Good evening, folks. This is Mason Weaver. Stay right or be left. I am the founder of Leave the Plantation organization. Leave the Plantation.org. I'm not trying to make life better for you in the plantation. I'm not trying to make the plantation more fair. I'm not trying to solve the problems on the plantation. I'm trying to get your behind off the plantation. There's no need of standing there. You don't have to jump into a sewer to know it's a sewer. Just walking by tell you that it's a sewer. So why are we still sitting down waiting for our leaders to manhandle a problem for us? Today I came across an article off my news feed that I did not believe. I didn't believe it. I thought that maybe fake news. It was an article about, it was a story about a black festival in Detroit, Michigan, where it was charging white people twice as much as black people to enter this festival. And so I had to look it up. I did not believe anybody was that stupid to do that foolish. Especially a black group to be that self-hating, to have the concept that white people are just so powerful, so strong, and so rich that we had to give them a disadvantage. There's a penalty for being white. I did not believe that a black group would want to encourage discrimination of any type, especially a black group aimed at the youth, the black youth. Why would they come up across with a concept that black people cannot compete with white people and we must punish white people for their whiteness? They didn't say that poor people will get a discount. They said white people will have to pay more and black people will get a discount because they're black. I find that sad and I find it self-hating. So I looked them up. I looked up their Eventbrite ticket sales. I looked that up, and I said, okay, what are we going to do? Are we going to accept this concept? Are we going to? Here's their Eventbrite Afro Fest tickets. The ticket number is 645-626-99773. In case you cannot read this, I'll read it for you. This is the part about the ticket prices. Why do we have POC, people of color, and NONPOC, white people, tickets? I am glad you asked. Equality means treating everyone the same. That's what they say now. Okay, they say it's treating everyone the same. Equity is ensuring everyone has what they need to be successful. They're saying it is their responsibility to make sure you have everything you need to be successful. They're implying that you cannot be successful unless they provide you with everything you need. They're saying they are your rulers. So, our ticket structure was built to ensure that the most marginalized communities, parentheses, people of color, close parentheses, are provided with an equitable chance to enjoy events in their own communities. Black Detroit. Affording joy and pleasure is unfortunately still a privilege in our society for POC, people of color, and we believe everyone should have access to receiving such. That is, you cannot have joy or pleasure unless you get a discount, black folks. We have seen too many times orgasmic events. I do not know what orgasmic event is in this content or context. But they're saying we have seen too many times orgasmic events happening in Detroit and other POC populated cities. And what consistently happens is people outside of the community benefiting most from the affordable ticket prices because of their proximity to wealth. Their proximity to wealth. Just being close to wealth gives them an advantage. Just being next door to a rich person gives them an advantage. So, continuing. This cycle disproportionately displaces black and brown people from enjoying entertainment in their own communities. So because of their proximity to wealthy people, black folks cannot enjoy entertainment in their own communities. And he continues, as an Afrofuturist, I do not know what that is either. I'm sorry, folks. I do not know what an Afrofuturist is. But as a Afrofuturist youth-led initiative, the voices of our youth informs our resistance. So they're saying the voices of the youth, because they are the leaders, the voices of the youth informs their resistance. And they say here, quote, here's what they have to say. And they're now quoting the voices of the youth. Quote, if you do not see my blackness, you do not see me. I want to know, does anyone else think that is about the stupidest thing you ever heard in your life? Is it just me, my old age? I'm getting gray. I'm 69 years old. You know, I got gray hair. Maybe I'm just naive. That seems an insult. If you do not see my blackness, why is it so important that white folks see your blackness? Why do they have to look at me and say, oh, he's black? Isn't that prejudging? Isn't that prejudice to do that? Why is it so important that you don't see me? Why is it important you even see me? If you don't see my blackness, you don't see me. So what? So what you don't see me? I can go through life and not be seen. But they're saying there's something wrong if you white folks don't see us. So poverty, I started thinking about poverty among black people. Now, folks, there's only one place to count poverty. There's only one place to count divorces, that counts marriage, that counts births. There's only one place to count death, the government. You have to report every death, every birth. You got to report your income, your taxes. So the only place, everywhere else you go to that gives you statistics, got them from the Census Bureau, okay? So they can go and get the information, and they can put them together in their own content, and then give you a website you can go to and get what they think they're saying. But I'm going to take you right to the Census Bureau. I went there and looked around. I did find some other places that are better. Here's one. Black poverty. I'm curious now. This is black poverty rates by family types compared to all U.S. Let's see about the black poverty rates. The percentage, the first item, the percentage of families in poverty for black folks is 22.9%. All of U.S. United States is 11.3%. Twice as high, but 22.9%, folks, means that almost 80% of black folks black families are not impoverished. And with children 18, 32%. But married couple, I want you to watch the third item here. Married couple families. The black poverty rate drops from 22.9% of black families down to 8.2% if you get married. You understand that? Marriage drops it down almost 2/3 if you just get married. So I have a suggestion. Get married, but that's something else. Females with no spouse, you're 37% likely to be in poverty if you're black, and 30% if you're white. Now let's go down to the second, the green here. Individuals, black, 27% of black people are in poverty. That means, folks, about 75% is above poverty. That means that most of us are middle class. So why do we need cheap tickets? Males in poverty, 25%, under 18, 38%. But look at the old dudes like me, 65%, 14% in poverty. I'm just curious about something, see, folks. It seems like to me, Democratic controlled neighborhoods are in poverty. You do not need a cheap ticket to be out of poverty. You don't need a cheap ticket to get yourself together. You don't need tickets to entertain yourself. You do not need white people to be punished because black folks are in poverty in your neighborhood. You saw statistics. Get married. Getting married almost eliminates poverty for everybody. I suggest you go to the census.gov and look up the statistics yourself. Meanwhile, I believe that the Democratic Party, which manages every ghetto in America, are playing you for suckers. They suck out your votes. They take out your poverty programs. They get rich on the programs to help you, and you're still in these same inner city ghetto schools. You still got drugs in your neighborhood, still got cops abusing you, and you still vote for them. I wrote the book. The Democratic Party hates America because I want to explain to you the concept of their hatred control. Every city controlled by Democrats. You find a ghetto. The Democratic Party owns every ghetto in America. Get this book. The Democratic Party hates America. They hate women. They hate white working people. They hate you. The book is available at the website, the Democratic Party Hates America.com, or our site, which of course is leavetheplantation.org. You can find all my books there. We got a discount for July, so get the books. I'm done now, folks. I just want to tell you how stupid I thought this thing was. And if you agree with me, write me, Mason at leavetheplantation.org. I want to hear from you, right or wrong, love me or hate me. In season, out of season, I'm going to tell you the truth right between the lies. Stay right or be left. Eternity is a long time to be wrong.